Good morning, students of my class 5. How are you all? So students, are you enjoying your online classes? Yes? Good. So students, here I am, your science teacher with our chapter that is going on. That is chapter number 2, Animal Lifestyles. Yes, students, in our previous class, in this chapter, we have discussed about the different breathing organs, मतलब सांस लेने से रिलेटेड ऑर्गन्स जो अलग अलग लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स में अलग अलग होते हैं. लाइक इन ह्यूमन बींग्स हमारे पास क्या है, हमारे lungs. So with the help of lungs we used to breathe. In fishes they have gills. In frog there are two type of breathing organ. The first one is their lungs as we have, and second one is their moist skin, or with the help of their skin they used to breathe with their wet or moist skin also. Then we have discussed about various types of feeding habits in animals. First was herbivores, second one was carnivores, and third one was omnivores. So herbivores are the organism that they feed on the green plants, or they feed the only plants. Second one was carnivores. Carnivores are the organism that feed only on the flesh of other organism, जो किसी दूसरे organism की body को खाते हैं. They are called carnivores. And third one was omnivores. They eat plants and meat both. So they are called omnivores like human beings. So these were the feeding habits, and there are too many types of different mouth part or the eating parts available in different organisms. Like in human being we have teeth. In small insects they have their mouth parts, like cockroach, its mouth part is different. Housefly, its mouth part is a long tube-like structure, and that is called proboscis. In earlier class I have already told you about this. So these points we have already discussed, the breathing organs and the feeding organs. Now next, let's move forward to our next topic, that is organs of movement. Yes, movement, हमारे हाथों की movement, like whenever we are writing something or drawing something, at that time it is called movement. And when we move from one place to another with the help of our legs, then it is also called movement. So human beings or in other various organisms, they have two pair of limbs. Two pair of limbs, they are called forelimbs, मतलब आगे के limbs, and हमारे पैर जो होते हैं they are called hind limbs. So forelimbs and hind limbs. So here we will discuss about our organs of movement that are different in different organisms. And second topic we will discuss about migration in animals. Migration means movement of animals from one place to another place to avoid harsh climatic condition or harsh environmental situations. And whenever these situations become favorable again, these organisms come back to their homes. मतलब कोई भी organism means either animal or a fish, when they move, जब वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह चले जाते हैं, जबकि उनके घर की कंडीशन बहुत खराब हो जाती है, उसके आसपास बहुत ज्यादा ठंड पड़ जाती है, ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है, तो वो अपना घर छोड़ के किसी दूसरी गर्म जगह चले जाते हैं. और जब उनके घर के एरिया में वापस पहले जैसा मौसम हो जाता है, तो वो दूसरी जगह से वापस अपने घर आ जाते हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड माइग्रेशन. सो स्टूडेंट, टुडे वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द organs of movement, then migration in animals, and after that we will move forward to our keywords of this chapter. So now students, let's watch these clippings, these slides, and on the basis of, with the help of these slides, you will easily understand all the topics. Let's watch these, students. So students, let's start our chapter, that is chapter number 2, Animal Lifestyle. So students, already in this chapter you have learned about different feeding habits of different animals. Then you have learned about different breathing organs that are present in different animals. Now today we will discuss about different type of organs of movement in animals. So basically, let's move with the first point, that is movement in animals. So first term is movement. Movement means बच्चों, means changing the place from one position to another position. It is called movement. And for movement, we have our two legs. With the help of our legs, we can move from one place to another. And for movement, we also have our hands. So with the help of hands, we can write anything, we can lift anything, we can draw something, we can do our various work with the help of our pair of limbs. Our hands, they are called forelimbs, and our legs are called hind limbs. So students, animals use their organs of movement for various reasons. The first reason is for getting their food. Yes students, for getting their food, animals move. As we move our hands to get our food, whenever the food is in our plate, then with the help of our hands, we used to intake that food. Same in other animals, like in wild animals and domestic animals, they use their limbs for intake of their food. Like they go for hunting, the carnivores, they go for hunting and then get their food. So first is for getting their food. Second one is for building their homes. Yes, animals use their limbs for building their homes also. And the third one, that is very important, animals use their limbs or use their movement organs for protecting themselves from their enemies or from the harsh weather. Yes, like let me give you the example of birds. Birds migrate from colder region to a warmer region with the help of their feathers, or you can say wings. So feathers are their organs of movement, and with the help of these organs, they can protect themselves from the harsh weather. Same, let's take an example of a carnivores, like a lion chasing a deer. So the lion is chasing a deer. Lion is moving to get their food, and deer is moving to protect itself from its enemy. So these are the main points why an animal move from one place to another. Now our next topic, let's take a look to different organs of movement in different animals. First example is a man, or you can say a human being. Human beings have a pair of hind limbs, means legs, and a pair of forelimbs, means our hands. And we use our forelimbs for catching, for holding, for writing, for doing various activities. And we use our pair of hind limbs to support our body, to move from one place to another, to stand, to walk, to run, or to support our body. For that, our hind limbs are there. Hind limbs means legs, forelimbs means hands in the term of human being or man. See, like man, the monkey, gorilla, all the apes, they all have their forelimbs and hind limbs, and they use it for their various activities related to their daily life. Like monkey, they use their forelimbs for holding the branches of tree, for catching their food, for holding their food, for eating their food, for gripping their hands to get attached to the branches. So this is how a human being and other animals uses its hind limbs and forelimbs. Let's take a second. So students, our second example is fish. And fish can move with the help of their fins. Fins are the small skin outgrowings that are present in its body, and with the help of these fins, as you can see, it is present here, the outgrowing in the body, and here and here. These are the fins, and with the help of fins, the fishes can move easily in the water. It can swim easily with the help of its fins. And yes, the tails are also important, because tails helps fish to change its directions. So fishes have fins to move from one place to another, or you can say for their swimming. Now let's take our next example, that is frog. And yes, again frog have its leg as their moving organ for movement. It have 2 pair of legs, 2 forelimbs and 2 hind limbs, and with the help of them it can move easily. Yes students, let me give you a closer look to this picture of frog. As you can see, frog's legs have webs, means between its finger there are skin foldings present, and with the help of these skin foldings it can swim easily in the water. Whenever it is on the land, it can move with the help of its legs, and whenever it is in the water, it can swim with the help of its webbed toes, or you can say webbed. वेब मीन्स जैसे मकड़ी का जाला होता है ना बच्चों, वैसे ही इसके पैरों की फिंगर्स के बीच में स्किन जो है वो बनी होती है, लगी होती है, और उस स्किन की हेल्प से वो इजीली स्विम कर सकता है. ठीक है. सो फ्रॉग्स हैव 2 types of moving organs. The first one is legs when it is on land, and webbed toes when it is in water for swimming. Now let's take our next example, that is a turtle. Turtle have a pedal-like limbs. Let's see its picture. As you can see, its legs, and they works as a paddle when it is in water. So they helps him to swim in the water as well as walk on the land. Next example, that is penguins. Yes, penguins have their forelimbs are converted into flippers when it swims in the water. As you can say, it have a pair of legs. With the help of legs, it can walk easily on the land, and with the help of these flippers, its forelimbs are converted into flippers, and with the help of these flipper, it can swim easily in the water. So it can move with the help of legs on land, and move with the swim with the help of flippers when it swims. So these are the forelimbs, and the second pair is the hind limb. Next example, that is reptiles. You know the meaning of reptiles? Let me tell you. Reptiles means the organisms or the animals that live on land and they just crawls on the land are called reptiles, and they have ability that they can survive on water also. Like crocodiles, they can live in water as well as on the land. The snake, they can live in water and on land also. So reptiles means जो रेंगने वाले animals होते हैं बच्चों, उनको बोलते हैं reptiles. Like best example आपके घरों के आसपास भी आपने देखा होगा, lizard, छिपकली, lizard, snake, crocodile, tortoise, they all are the examples of reptiles. And reptiles moves with the help of their limbs. देखिए ना बच्चों, छिपकली के पैर होते हैं. So with the help of their limbs, they can move easily. Chipkali, crocodile, so they all are the reptiles, and they can move with the help of their 2 pair of legs. And one more thing, the snake. Snake is also a reptile, but it doesn't have any limbs. But instead of walking with the help of limbs, because it is not having any limbs, so it can crawl on the land with the help of its scales. देखो, जो स्नेक होता है उसकी बॉडी पूरी स्केल से कवर्ड होती है. स्केल is a thin paper like covering, just like a paper. The thin paper like covering present all over its body, and it is called scale. So scales are the helpful for its movement on the land. With the help of its scale, it can move easily on the land because it doesn't have any limbs. So these are the example of reptiles. Now let's take the example of various types of insects. So insects have two types of things. With the help of them, it can move easily. So cockroach देखा है ना आपने अपने आसपास? Cockroach, butterfly, housefly, बहुत ज़्यादा देखी होगी बच्चों. Housefly, mosquito, they all comes under the category of insects. Some insects have two pair of limbs, some have 3 pair of limbs, some have 4 pairs of limbs, and some insects have too many pair of limbs like millipede and centipede. ठीक है, जिनके बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे पैर होते हैं उसको बोलते हैं millipede और centipede. So insects have their legs. It can move around with the help of its legs easily, and either legs or wings. आपने देखे ना मच्छर के भी विंग्स होते हैं, हाउस फ्लाई के, बटरफ्लाई के, दे हैव विंग्स. सो इंसेक्ट्स मूव विद द हेल्प ऑफ देयर लेग्स एंड विंग्स. सम इंसेक्ट्स हैव ओनली लेग्स, सम इंसेक्ट्स हैव legs and wings. Like cockroach have wings, butterfly, housefly, mosquitoes, beetles, grasshoppers. These all are the different insects. They have legs and wings. Now give me an example of an insect that doesn't have wings, that have only legs. That is spider, ant, red ant. ठीक है ना बच्चों? So with the help of these moving organs, animals can move from one place to another. So let's start with this first topic, that is why animal moves. Animal moves first in search of food, second to build their homes, and third to protect itself from its enemies. Then I have told you about different types of movement organs present in animals. Now students, let's move to our next topic, that is migration among animals. माइग्रेशन पहले भी बताया था मैंने आपको बच्चों. माइग्रेशन मीन्स मूवमेंट फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर प्लेस to avoid the unfavorable climatic change and come back to their original home when the weather conditions become favorable again. This is called migration. Means if an animal or a bird or an insect or a fish is living in a condition where the climatic conditions are not favorable for that, so that the animal move from that place and goes to the another place. And after some time, when the climatic conditions are again favorable to that animal, then it come back to its home, original home. Then this is called migration. And there are various types of animals present around us. They migrate from one place to another place, and after some time they go back to their home again. Okay, चलो एक क्वेश्चन पूछती हूँ आपसे. अभी कुछ दिनों पहले तक चल रहा था हमारा बच्चों विंटर सीजन. तो क्या विंटर सीजन में आपने अपने घरों के आसपास या रोड के किनारे या कहीं भी कोई छिपकली या कोई कॉकरोच वगैरह देखा? नहीं देखा ना. और अब जैसे जैसे गर्मियों का सीज़न आ रहा है तो आप अपने घरों के आसपास, दीवारों में, पेड़ों के आसपास, इलेक्ट्रिक पोल के आसपास बहुत सारे कॉकरोचेस, बहुत सारे ये लिजर्ड्स आप देखोगे। तो आपका ये क्वेश्चन है कि आपको फाइंड करना है कि ऐसा क्यों होता है कि विंटर सीजन में हमें ये सब जो इंसेक्ट्स हैं जैसे कि लिजर्ड, कॉकरोच, ये नहीं दिखाई देते और गर्मियाँ आते ही ये सब आपको दिखाई दे जाएंगे। सो इट इज़ होमवर्क, जस्ट फाइंड आउट इट्स आंसर एंड देन give me its answer by giving your message. Okay, so this is your homework. Find out this question's answer. Now let's come to migration again. So migration समझ में आ गया, जब कोई एनिमल एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाता है क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन को अवॉइड करने के लिए, और जब क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन ठीक हो जाती है तो वापस वो अपने घर आ जाता है। इट्स बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल इज आर्कटिक टर्न, वाइल्ड बीस्ट, eel, fish and various birds. Let me give you the picture of these animals. This is the picture of Arctic tern. Arctic tern is a bird that lives in an Arctic area, and whenever there is a too much colder climate arrives, means during the winter season, it moves from that place to the little summery area, or you can say to the warm area, like in India, the Rajasthan of India, it comes to that kind of place. And whenever again the season changes, it go back to its original place. मतलब देखो बच्चों, कितनी दूर से उड़ के ये सारी बर्ड्स का ग्रुप वहाँ से हमारे कंट्री में आता है, और जब वापस से दोबारा से गर्मियाँ वहाँ आ जाती हैं इनके घर के पास जहाँ इनका ओरिजिनल होम है, तो ये यहाँ से वापस चले जाते हैं. सो ड्यूरिंग द माइग्रेशन बर्ड्स और एनिमल्स कवर्स thousands of kilometer and always they just remember their path. जिस रास्ते से वो आते हैं उसी रास्ते से वो वापस जाते हैं. And during their journey they visualize or they remember their path by remembering the position of mountains, the position of forests, the position of big rivers, the position of fields, so that they just remember these positions, and whenever they go back to their home they just go back to the same path जिससे वो आए थे. So this is how the migration happens. Second one is eel fish. If you will see this picture, it looks like a snake, but actually it is not a snake, it is a eel fish. Eel fish again migrate from one type of water to another, like from cold water to warm water, and then again goes back to its original home. Second one is wild beast. Wild beasts are the wild animals, or you can say it looks like a buffalo, but it is wilder in nature. So whenever the summer season arrives, it moves from plains to the another area in search of food, and when the climatic conditions again favorable to them, then they come back to their original homes. This is how the migration occur in the various animals. Let me give you an example of a butterfly. Butterfly, its name is monarch, and this butterfly migrate from Canada to Mexico. अब आप वर्ड मैप निकालना और उसमें देखना मेक्सिको कहाँ है और कनाडा कहाँ है. तो ये पूरी सारी ये बटरफ्लाइज का ग्रुप क्या करता है, कनाडा से मेक्सिको जाता है, और वापस जब कनाडा में दोबारा से गर्मियों का सीज़न, उनके फेवरेबल सीज़न आ जाता है, तो ये वापस मेक्सिको से कनाडा आ जाती हैं. तो इसी तरीके से जो बर्ड्स होती हैं वो क्या करती है, बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड का सीज़न वो सर्वाइव नहीं कर सकती. दैट्स वाई बर्ड्स माइग्रेट फ्रॉम कोल्डर रीजन्स टू द वार्मर रीजन. तो इसीलिए बर्ड्स क्या करती हैं, वो ठंडी जगह से गर्म जगह की तरफ जाती हैं, और जब वापस उनके घरों में गर्मी का सीज़न आ जाता है तो वापस अपने घर में चली जाती हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड माइग्रेशन. सो आई थिंक द पॉइंट माइग्रेशन इज क्लियर टू यू. If there are any doubts related to this topic students, तो आप मुझे मैसेज करके बताना, आई विल गिव यू एक्सप्लेनेशन अगेन. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, कोई भी टॉपिक में आपको प्रॉब्लम हो जस्ट मैसेज मी रिगार्डिंग दैट. नाउ the last topic of our chapter, that are our keywords. Let's move with the keywords, students. There are various terms that I have used in this chapter that might be a new one for you, so let's discuss about these points. The first one is amphibians. Amphibians means the animals that can live both on land and in water. They are called amphibians. Its best example is frog. Frog is an animal that can live both on land and water. Second one is mammals. Yes, we are the mammals, human beings. Mammals are the animals, they have hair on their body. They get feed from their mother's milk, and mostly the mammals gives birth to their young ones, not eggs. They give birth to their young ones. They are called mammals. Next is claws. Claws are the pointed horny nails, means लंबे लंबे जो pointed nails होते हैं animals के और birds के पैरों में, उनको बोलते हैं claws. Next one is gills. Gills are used by fish for the purpose of breathing when it is under water. Next one are scales. As I have already told you, scales are the thin like paper overlapping plates covering and protecting the body of reptiles, fishes like snakes, etc. And the last one is rodents, means the animals like rat, squirrel, they are called rodents and they gnaw their food continuously, means वो अपने खाने को कैसे खाते हैं, कुतर कुतर के खाते हैं. They are called rodents. So here your chapter number 2 is completed, students. In this chapter, that is animal lifestyle, we have discussed about the different breathing habits, the breathing organs in different animals. Then we have discussed about various feeding habits and various feeding organs in animals. The first we have discussed herbivores, second we have discussed carnivores, third we have discussed the omnivores. And then in today's session we have discussed movement in animals, that is different organs that are present in animals, and then what is the meaning of migration and how animals migrate from one place to another. So students, now your chapter is completed. Write down the important terms related to this chapter and learn them thoroughly. Thank you for today. Be at your home and be safe. Thank you. Bye bye.